Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit 5 coins.
Please deposit 5 coins.
You are attempting to Freddy. You are attempting to.
Freddy doesn't work this.
Thank you for depositing 5 coins.
Why so blue? You know I'll be true, and now I'll make slivers out of you. So good to see you again, my truest friend, but now your life must end. What a treat to come here and meet your face as it hits concrete. I found my guitar, now reach for the stars as I plunge it through your heart.
Yar, what can I do for ya? Yar, how may I be of service to ya? Yar, who touched me bird? Yar, you play with fire and sometimes you get burned. Yar, you win some, you lose some. Shh. Come spend eternity inside with me. Shh. It will all be over soon. Shh. Here, let me make room for you. Shh. I am so glad that I found you.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise! Together again. You remember me, don't ya? Don't you hate getting killed by weird off-brand characters?
That was easier than I expected. Father, it is I, Michael. I found her. I always come back. This time, you will be the one who gets spring-locked.
Stranger danger! Here, I was just waiting for you to drop your guard. It's not easy climbing through those air ducts, you know. Gets awful hot out there. Finally, I made into your office. That took a while, you know. And a lot of effort.
What did you think of my act? I don't get out much, so you'll have to forgive my enthusiasm. I will hold you here, and I will keep you here, no matter how many times they burn us. I bet you weren't expecting me, were ya?
The delicate hawk has his claws. If you sit by the river long enough, you will see the body of your enemy float by. Even monkeys fall from trees. Not all goats will eat everything.
It seems you've met your end. What a pity. But I don't really feel too bad about it, you know. I mean, if it wasn't me, it would just be the others. And I wouldn't spare you like I would. But I still have to kill you. Kinda reminds me of a story that I was telling my friend Orville, you know. So here's the story. So we were out having a little picnic, and I looked over at Orville, he looked back at me, and I said, "Hey, Orville," and he said, "Yeah," and then I said, "I got a story to tell you," and he's like, "All right." So, but then I realized that I didn't actually have a story to tell, and I looked at him and I said, "I'm sorry, Orville, I actually don't have a story to tell," and he's like, "Oh, it's quite all right, but you should really say that you're telling a story if you're actually going to tell a story. You shouldn't make a mess up like I just did, but things happen. So it kind of reminds me of something else, you know. I mean, those air ducts, I mean, they're just so hard to get through those things. It's not easy, you know. Especially not when a hippopotamus tries to get up there. But, yeah. So, it reminds me of another story that I was telling my friend Happy Frog. We were also having a picnic, you know. I think it was the fall. No, yeah, it was the fall. Because the leaves have already turned. They were falling from the trees, you know. And, the setting was good, but, no, we did not kiss. That would just be plain weird. I mean, hippo and a frog, I mean, that's just weird. But, you know, stuff like that. Nobody wants to listen to someone ramble on and on with no end in sight, you know. There's a pun right there for you. But, anyway, there's more to tell, but, I will do it eventually. So, let's get on with something else. So, you know, one day, I was walking down the sidewalk, and, I saw my good old buddy, Ned Bear, walking down, and, I looked over at him, he looked over at me, I waved, and, he waved as well. And then later up in the evening, I met him at the restaurant of Freddy's, you know. I met him over at Freddy's, and, I said, "Hey, Ned Bear," and he's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And I said, "I'm doing good, how about you?" And, he also said good, so, then we started rambling and talking, you know. And eventually he said something about, Oroville, how about him having a not-so-good act, but, you know, I thought that was pretty much bogus, because, I mean, Oroville does pretty good acts, you know. You'd have to find out and watch for yourself if you want to know. But, there's more to tell. Yes, there is more to tell. Like I said, you don't want to listen to someone ramble on and on and on forever. It gets kind of annoying after a while, you know. But, anyway. So, when I was younger, I would always play with these, little toys, you know. But, wait, hold on. Was I always young? No. I'm a robot. I was never young. So, it seems that you've met your end. I'm sorry about that, but, it's time to accept fate and let God take you away.